morning, everyone. Meet Mr. Jayesh Ranjan, the Principal Secretary of the Telangana government and of IT departments. Let us have a small interview from our media club, JBIT. I'm Zoe, your host, with our chief guest, Mr. Jayesh Ranjan. Hello, Zoe. Hello, sir. So, the first question we want to ask is what inspired you to have a career in the Indian Administrative Service, sir?
See, I was a student in a business school, but I realized within a few months that this kind of career will not really match my aspirations. It will not satisfy me working for a company, just helping that company get some profits and all that. I felt that I can do much better, much bigger things. And then I decided to study for the civil services exams. And I was very fortunate that I got selected in the very first instance. And since the last 31 years now, I'm a civil servant in earlier the combined state of Andhra Pradesh.
So, sir, one question. Whenever we go to an interview, the first question they ask is, why do you want to become an IAS officer? So, most of the usually out of 99 out of 100, everybody say that it is corruption. So, what my opinion, my view was like, everybody may have the same answer, but they would have different vision. So, how would you, like, what's your take on this, sir?
See, I have joined the IAS, and
Yes.
in my batch there are 79 other students. I mean, 79 other candidates rather.
Yes, sir.
80 of us got selected. So if you ask any of them, and they are all my friends only. So if you ask me about them also, I'll tell the same thing that a majority of them would have joined something else also. Many of my batchmates are from IITs. Some of us are like business school graduates. Some of others are also qualified professionals. We have some doctors also in
Yes.
our batch. So it is not that they were all unemployable and then they felt that unless they write this, life will not be satisfying for them. But they felt motivated when they realized the India, whatever we may call ourselves a superpower, $5 trillion economy, Amrit Kal, all these things are nice to hear. But the reality is that we are still a developing country
Yes.
with hundreds and hundreds of
Population.
problems.
Yeah.
And most of these problems have been neglected. They become barriers to development. Some people have become very rich in our country, but a large majority of them still remain struggling.
Yes.
The difference between the very rich and the very poor is very stark in our country. So these are some of the things which motivates most of us. We
Yes.
feel that the professional education that we have received and the kind of values and upbringing and the backgrounds that we come from, this will be the right area to use our talent.
Yes.
And that is the answer for most of us.
About the vision. So one more question, sir. So throughout your experience, like throughout your career in this administrative field, what is there any challenge that you felt? Yes, this had played an impact on me on my career. Is there any challenge like that?
See, first is that I have been very fortunate to be in assignments where I've been given long tenures.
Yes.
See, one of the biggest challenge which IS officers face, including many of my batchmates, other members in the cadre, is that their tenures are short.
Yes.
You get transferred after maybe 2 years, 2.5 years, 3 years. So, and in other states, there are some states where the transfer cycle is even faster. After 1 year itself, you will be changed. And obviously, 1 year, 1.5 year, 2 year is too short a time to deliver anything substantially. I have been very fortunate that way, that the assignments that I have done are long assignments. I get enough time. I also enjoy lots of freedom in building a team. Most importantly, we have to realize that we work in a system wherein there are other stakeholders also. So, how do you balance the expectations of other stakeholders? These are some of the challenges. But as I said, I've been very fortunate
Yes.
to do assignments where we could handle all these complexities without much difficulty.
So can you please tell a crisp, can you describe in a crisp manner about your LAPSNA experience, Lal Bahadur Shastri experience?
Yes, it's very, very exciting. In fact, Masuri,
Yes.
where our academy is located, is a kind of a institution which has seen every single IAS officer pass through its gates, conduct its programs. And one very important thing is that, see, that is a stage where we are already grown up.
Yes.
We have studied a lot. I did my MBA when I went there. So we are not school children who need to be taught new text or new content, etc. But what Masuri does is to really inspire you. And the faculty who are selected there, they are also selected very carefully. People who have a personal track record of delivering good results and who behave in a very non-hierarchical way, because everyone is an adult. If in Masuri also, if you show that I'm your senior, I'm your boss,
Yes.
and every morning you have to come and wish me good morning and all that, then that institution, that kind of atmosphere will not really succeed. So everyone is treated equally with respect, and through their live examples, we learn quite a lot. We feel inspired. We realize that there is a huge, I mean, IAS is a tradition.
Yes.
While I'm there today, tomorrow someone else will come. There were so many people before me. So it's like a relay race. And you get that feeling that you have been given some responsibility. You have to do a good job. And then the relay passes on to the next person.
So at last, one question. What advice would you like to give for the students who come from BTech background and who do a transition state to administrative or civil services? What advice would you like to give as students?
See, it's a good career choice. In fact, in every year's IS results, we realize that large number of successful candidates are actually engineers. They have done their BTech. So obviously the sense of discipline that you develop in a 4-year program, the academic rigor, the discipline, the ability to write exams, succeed in exams, these things help. And the thinking process is much more rational. If you have done an engineering course, you know that this is the solution that you have to achieve in these ways, etc., etc. So thinking is more organized, more rational. And many of my batchmates who are engineers, and I see where they are today, they are doing very well. And the fact that they did a 4-year BTech program did help them in successful career later on as well.
Even in decision making.
In decision making also, because you are more objective,
Yes,
more
sir.
rational.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much
Nice
for
talking.
taking. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.